seconds, and always wash before you touch your face, eat, or drink. Use hand sanitizers. Limit sharing of eating utensils. Practice social distancing and avoid physical contact. Sneeze or cough into a tissue or the inside of your elbow. Avoid contact with ill individuals. An ounce of prevention is worth a ton of cure. Download the free booklet at Scientology.org/stay well.
It's Monday. Not sure how you did it, but you actually survived an entire 2 days without hearing from Tom. Good job to you. And once again, good luck.
Welcome back as we wrap up hour number 3 of Ocala Talks on a Monday. It is February 22nd. The month's almost gone. This weekend will be the last month, and then following weekend, I believe it's the following weekend or the weekend after, either the first or second weekend of March is daylight savings time. We spring forward. This year is flying by already. Couple stories as we wrap up. One is, I don't know if you've been under a rock or something, if you hadn't heard about this, but parts fall from the sky. Passengers were settling back in their airplane seats, starting to relax when a huge explosion, flash of light, interrupted an in-flight announcement. The Boeing 777 headed from Denver to Honolulu on Saturday with 231 passengers and 10 crew aboard suffered a catastrophic failure when its right engine blew apart. On the ground, people in the Denver suburb reacted to horror as huge pieces of the engine casing, chunks of fiberglass rained down all around them. There was a soccer field where some pieces fell. The big ring that's on the front of the motor fell in the middle of a city street right in front of a guy's house. He said, we heard a crash, looked out, and there was a big piece of a plane engine in my front yard. A piece of the plane fell to a guy's roof, left a big old hole in his house. Amazingly, the plane landed safely at Denver's International Airport. No one on board or on the ground was hurt. The airplane experienced a right engine failure shortly after takeoff. United, has pulled the plane and all planes with that type of motor to give them go-overs by their mechanical crews to make sure that those planes are safe and able to fly. Hi, caller, you're on Ocala Talks.
How you doing, Tom?
Morning, Hugh.
Say, that plane was on its way to Hawaii.
Right.
I wonder if that would have happened over water or the ocean, how long that plane could have kept flying on one engine if it could have got back to another airport somewhere or back to land. Evidently, the plane can fly and land with one engine. I was just wondering how long the plane would stay in flight if it had to for a long time before it could find a place to land.
Nobody said, thanks for the call, Hugh. Nobody said the answer to that question, but I know that he was saying emergency mayday, emergency mayday. He immediately wanted to turn around. So I have a feeling the pilot didn't think it could stay up in the air very long. So, it's one of those things, one of those weird things where when you're up there, that's not what you want to experience. And, I'm glad that everybody on the ground and everybody in the plane was safe and that no one was injured. Here's a feel-good story. We'll end on this. This is a great story. A Wisconsin restaurant owner is using his own money to help struggling local restaurants during the pandemic. Adolfo Melendez, he owns a Tex-Mex restaurant, El Mezcal, in Stevens Point, Wisconsin. He originally took $2,000 of his own money, went and bought gift cards to residents in his community and to restaurants in his community, and then he's raffled them off to his customers, and then taken the money he gets from the raffles and bought more gift cards to more restaurants and did the same thing. As of December 1st, 2020, more than 110,000 eating and drinking establishments across the country have closed temporarily or for good as a result of the pandemic, this according to the National Restaurant Association. Melendez said, my restaurant got second place in a local contest for favorite restaurants. My prize was $300 in gift cards that were purchased from other restaurants. Melendez said, I figured I needed to pay it forward. Good for him, by the way. At the end of last year, he began to buy gift cards from local restaurants in the community. He would raffle them off to customers on his restaurant's Facebook page. There were $20 gift cards to local restaurants. So that's a good amount, a number, because $20 allows you to go to a restaurant, but you go spend more than $20. So it gets you in the door. That's a good way to get people in the door. He's been raffling them off to his customers and then using the money he makes from the raffles to buy more gift cards to continue this process, to pay it forward, to show other restaurants the ability to get customers. That's a nice thing to do. That, in this time of need, when restaurants, especially the hospitality industry, has been hit so bad, restaurants, bars, hotels, amusement parks, all these people were put out of work. And if you don't know this, when you work in a restaurant, yes, you can make a good living in a restaurant. But there's a lot, for those of you who work a 9-to-5 job, you work 40 hours a week and you get a paycheck every week or every 2 weeks. Your life is geared around, and how you pay your bills and everything is geared around that once a week or once every 2 week paycheck, or if you're a teacher, once a month paycheck. That's what you're used to. That's what you get. Servers and bartenders are used to getting money every day. It's a different mindset. Yes, they pay their bills. Yes, they save the same way and everything. But it's a different mindset when you get money every day. And then it just all of a sudden, through no fault of your own, you didn't lose your job or anything. A politician says, for the betterment of society, we have to close down all the restaurants and bars. And now you're out of work. Restaurants don't have 401ks usually. Restaurants don't have benefits like health benefits and all usually. So when that money daily dries up, now you may be able to not get that prescription for your son or daughter. You may not be able to go out and grocery shop like you usually did. Well, Tom, they should save money. It's a different mindset. I understand what you're saying, and you're right. But they don't get a big lump sum every 5 days or every 10 days. They get small amounts compared to paychecks every day. It's a different mindset. And these people had it taken from them. So kudos to Adolfo Melendez, who is doing something to try to help get business back into restaurants where it is desperately, desperately needed. Thanks to everybody that called in today. Thanks to all my listeners. Without you, this program wouldn't be possible. We'll see you back here same time tomorrow. This is Ocala Talks with Tom Schmitz on 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.